I am here, you guys, with our good friend Charlie Wan, and just get to know Charlie. Charlie's based in New York, and we are here at the Provental at the Artist Summit 2015. Your presentation this morning was very moving. I know you're not makeup artists, I know you're not hair designers, but you're in the fashion industry, and you're in the so let's talk about how you started in this industry.
Well, I was starting out as I used to be art director in the motion graphics design industry, so I do TV network design and special effects and anything that you watch on televisions with a lot of graphics, and that's what I did before, and I did it for over 10 years. But like after 10 years, I'm not sure if this is the right calling. It used to be my calling, but people evolve and we mature, we grow, and I grew out of it, and then I just try to find my new purpose in life. And so I try to discover what will be true to my artistry and creative satisfaction, and then I just look at things I did before, and I'm very curious about to explore photography. So from photography as a man, and usually was try to jump into the fashion photography and shooting pretty girls. And so long story short, then I start to direct a lot of films for beauties and doing things for like Estee Lauder, that kind of things. And so here I am. So this is like the Charlie Wan 2.0.
If you see the video production, actually see someone else on the stage, like from the unknown of where it did taken a very conservative step and first step and further out and practice and keep practice. He used his imagination and he used his spirit from the productions into something that I tell you, it was, even it's a beauty makeup, it was absolutely amazing photography that you capture. I mean, absolutely amazing. So now with your next step now, take it to the next level. And I love how you escalate yourself almost like unsatisfied in a certain level, and then you find a way to take yourself to the next level. So let's talk about that next level.
Sure. So I always kind of base on almost this mantra is define, refine, redefine. So I kind of base on that, kind of going through the cycle over and over again. I think like people always evolve, we change, we grow, and we mature. What we obsessed with 5 years ago, we might not obsess with now. It's something that relevant to us 7 years ago, it might not relevant to us now. Like we change, maybe we got married, or like we need to focus on other things is much bigger than what we did before. So you should listen to your heart, and listen to the path is like showing you. Like, don't get stuck in one place, because if you get stuck in one place, like, you just kind of not enthusiastic about your life anymore. After the 1.0 of Charlie Wan, being an art director, doing motion graphics, and 2.0, I've been doing something that is so cool. And then the 3.0 is all of a sudden, I realized that my head and my heart start connecting. So instead of doing something really cool, and I start to come from here, and then everything just starts changing. So
would you like to share a little bit about that 3.0?
Yeah, the 3.0 is kind of crazy. I have been a very frustrated producer. Like, I love most of the things I do, like all the photography and directing, and I work very hard to get to where I am. And then with music, every time I work on it, I always just not advancing. It's just always stuck in the same place. I'm not like, when I listen to it, it's just like, this is not a good dance track, this is not a cool beat. And then it's about 2 years ago, and one Sunday afternoon, I'm about to give up music for good. Just forget about it, just focus on the visual art and just be done with it, and forget about the music. But I decided, how about I try one more step, one more song, and just write it from here instead of just write really cool. I wrote this piece of music, and I wrote this paragraph, and I sent it to a friend of mine, Danielle Parente, and she lived in LA for that time. She locked herself up to focus on writing music, and I sent it to her, and I sent this paragraph to her, and I just fall asleep, and I was absolutely exhausted, and emotionally very drained. And then I woke up at 6 in the morning, and she replied the email with an MP3 file, and she sang out all the words that we recorded. So my life changed literally just like this.
And it's absolutely amazing because, you know, you're taking us to the journey where you go from, you know, 1.0 to like, you know, 2.0, now 3.0, and then you just like, you're taking us to that journey. And we just, you know, it's really, it moves us from the, your thought, you know, from heart, from mind, from body, so combined together with the experience and your and the gut, that you listen to your gut and follow your gut, and you just move forward, and you believe in yourself that something big out there can take place, and it did happen. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We do have a lot of students who are about to graduate, and sometimes most of them are still in school, and they just about to face their reality. Even it's not hair and makeup related, but I think because the industry related. Do you have any piece of advice for them?
Speak your heart and trust your gut or trust your intuition. These two things can guide everything that you possibly, your decision making. But when you go very deep into these two things, speak your heart and trust your gut, and it will answer everything. But at the same time, it's just like the Bruce Lee said, like, be water, my friend.
Right.
Be very fluid. Don't also, like, you know, even you try to speak your heart, but there's certain circumstance that you cannot completely. Just flow with it. And you know, the creative director needs you to do this thing. It's just flow with it. Anything is a lesson itself. And you cannot just say like, wow, I'm not speaking my heart, I cannot do this now. Like, so it's be as flexible as possible. Anything is a learning lesson. Even when the lessons suck, you learn so much, right? You know that what not to do. Right? So like, don't hesitate to just dive in. Even you know that this might be a shit show, go into it. You learn like what not to become a shit show.
Something big gonna happen. You have to believe in that.
And then also like after you process this, then you can show people that what not to do. Right? So I always love to learn things that is so bad that I know that what not to do. But you have to do that first, right? Without doing those things that you don't like to do, you have no idea. Right? It cannot be just a fear, right? You need to walk the walk and talk the talk.
So you heard him. Just follow your heart and trust your gut, and just believe in yourself and move forward. So, Charlie, thank you so much for your time, and we do appreciate your sharing you sharing your story with us. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.